Now see, this is why you have to be mindful about where you get your information from, because the Russians just dropped a $10 million bag paying top pro right-wing influencers such as Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, and Dave Rubin to get them to share Russian propaganda and misinformation in order to meddle in the 2024 US elections. I'm Legally Hype, and this is TSR Newz. So now, the DOJ is accusing Russia of creating some secret campaign in order to influence the 2024 US elections. So now, allegedly, the Russians were able to pull off this little cyber heist by funneling money into a Tennessee-based pro-right-wing social media company called Tenet Media. So then what Tenet Media would do is they would go set up contracts with pro-right-wing social media influencers and get them to spread misinformation on stuff like the war in Ukraine, talking about immigration in the US is janky, claiming that the 2020 election was rigged. And then they even had the audacity to go as far as to say that, you know what, the 19th Amendment, which, by the way, gives women the right to vote, we don't really like that amendment. Like, it's really not a good idea, so we should probably just go ahead and get rid of it. Mind you, none of the influencers have been named in the indictment, but they got a substantial amount of change in order to participate in this little scheme. So according to the indictment, one creator was like, check this out, y'all gonna have to run me about $5 million a year in order for me to participate. Another creator quoted them people $100,000 per weekly episode. Overall, there were nearly 2,000 videos that went viral on YouTube. So now, why would the Russians go out of their way to stir up the US election pie even further? Ever since the Russia versus Ukraine war started back in February of 2022, America has taken the stance of like, look, check this out. We respect Ukraine, you feel me? They're my little homies and all that, but due to certain rules, regulations, and politics over here in America, we can't really jump into their situation maybe the way we kind of want to. So we gonna help the homies out as much as we can from the sidelines, you feel me? Because we believe in them and we believe in their democracy. And so now one of the ways that America has been doing this is by issuing sanctions on Russia, because you can't win a war if you broke. On top of that, the US has been 10 toes down on Russia is a bully, okay? Russia is a bully, and if you give them us a cookie, it's gonna want some milk. So if we let Russia get away with what they're doing over there in Ukraine, what's stopping them from feeling themselves and feeling like, you know what, well, since we didn't already conquer them and did what we was gonna do over there, we might as well just push a little bit further. On the flip side, Russia feel like, you know what, America, y'all don't know how to mind y'all business. So since y'all taking it there, we taking it further, okay? The ultimate goal is to create as much confusion and discourse and distrust and division in U.S. elections as humanly possible. But see, one thing about America is, we don't play. According to White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby, yeah, the Russians may have gotten a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit more organized, and they may even have a little bit more shmoney to play the games that they're trying to play. But America is about that action too. The U.S. has seized 32 website domains that were designed to resemble actual news sites such as like the Washington Post, but were actually being used to spread disinformation. So now, the U.S. has charged 2 Russian operatives named Kostya and Elena, alleging that these are the 2 people who are primarily responsible for orchestrating this little scheme they had going on. The 2 are being charged with conspiracy to violate the Foreign Agents Registration Act and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Just to throw this out here, them 2 still on the run right now. As for the creators involved, some of them made statements like, look, I said what I said, okay? Nobody told me what to say. Everything I said, I believe it. I'm standing 10 toes down. I don't know what y'all talking about when it comes to this little scheme. On the other hand, it's some creators out here who's like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to me. Like, I am a victim. Like, I did not know all this was going on. Okay.